I skate pro for Rollerblade. Sean and I in the U.S.
The new skates look good, by the way. The green and black leather.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you like them in comparison to the solos? Or
I was nervous.
Sean was like,
Sean, man, me and him. Man, I know Sean has been very hesitant to transition into the new jacks. I was too. You know, you get the solos are such a unique skate. You know, like the way they're set up. It's once you skate those for as long as Sean did, I
open up the door to so many different avenues of
Oh,
playing.
I mean, you can see it in Sean skating too.
Yeah.
And then like when I started getting on him, I was like, oh, okay, I see like how you can mess around, do a little bit of this and that. But when I finally, actually last winter, I pulled my groin, and that actually put me out for a long, like the whole winter.
Oh damn!
And while I was sitting around, I put together new jacks, and I was like, when I can skate again, I'm just gonna skate these, and just that'll be that. And because I remember when they were getting rid of the solos, Tom sent us a bunch of solos and was like, you know, ride them as long as you got them, but we're moving on. And it took me a while. I skated a 9, and it was just too big and spacey, and I downsized to an 8 and toe cut them, and now they fit perfect. And I actually think I do like them more than the solos. They're really sick, really responsive, really solid. One thing about the solos I didn't like was how big that sole was. I mean, I fell a couple times, and I really like to skate transition. And if I got caught,
just like washing out, you mean?
Dude, yeah, I washed out a couple times. And the new jacks are just, I really like them. Real solid,
way tighter,
smooth. Yeah, tighter. I like the buckle as opposed to the Velcro buckle on top, which I would always on my solos. I would take the cuff off and put buckles on rather than the strap. So
yeah, I could see the solos being more like able to like explore grinding and set slides, and like you said, like those ones being tighter, like maybe applying more to your skating of like the transition.
Yeah, they're just, I feel a little more connected to them. So yeah, I really like the new jacks.
So you're happy with the direction that Rollerblade's going then, I guess?
Yeah, and I hope, we're working on some other stuff. Tom's got some other stuff in the works.
Oh, cool.
More things we can't talk about.
Some Rollerblade's got some stuff going on. I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to, overspeak Papa Tom here.
All right.
But yeah, we got some stuff going on.
Very cool.
And I think people will be excited about it. And just, be patient and try some new jacks. They're really sick. I'm not just saying that because, but I really do dig them.
Is that the only skate they make now? There's the new jacks?
They have the new jacks, and then they have like kind of more entry level skate, the Swindlers.
Swindlers?
Yeah, they're like
not
like
the Swindlers though.
No, it's like they're called the Swindlers, but not the Swindlers. No, not those. I think it's like the new revamped version of the Swindler. It's like it's like kind of like the Swindler, but
it's like when Rollerblade brought the Lightning back. Like when the Lightning back had like the cloth on it.
Kind of like
that was a Lightning.
Yeah. So it's like they got it's more of a beginner skate. I think it's pretty cheap too, like cost efficient. And new jacks are too. I think they're fairly inexpensive as well.
Swindlers.
Well, you were crushing it this weekend on it, man.
Making
them look good.
Yeah, I was having fun. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's good energy. It was just it was easy to have fun with all those people for sure.
Sick.
But Rollerblade, it's been good. Yeah, Tom, it's had its ups and downs since I started 5 or 6 years ago. I left Valo to be part of Rollerblade. Yeah, Tom reached out to me.
Was that a tough choice to do? Tough decision to make?
Oh, man. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, it was... at first, Tom reached out to me. Some edit came out online, and Tom just reached out and was like, love your skating. If you ever want to try some skates, just let me know. And I was like flattered, Tom.
He just randomly reached out to you?
Randomly reached out, yeah. And I was living in Montana at the time. And I was flattered, Tom Heiser. I was like, shit.
Totally.
Dude, like, really hyped. And then I had talked to Sean a bit too on tour, like Northwest Shred Tour. And then I started talking to Sean a bit more. And I was talking to Heiser a bit more, like maybe a year after Heiser had initially hit me up. And I was riding for Valo with John. Who I'm grateful for all the help that John gave, but for me there was just, I think with what Tom had going on with Rollerblade, I felt like there was more room to grow not only as a skater but as just an individual, because a lot
Feel
of
that.
who we are is like based on skating and where it's taken us,
That's
and
real.
what we've done with it, and the mistakes and all the things we've learned through skating can be applied to life. And Tom, just Rollerblade, it's a company, they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
It's not as like grassroots as like them
First.
which
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Probably,
which I got mad love and respect for John and what he's doing.
Totally.
He's on his own journey, and nothing but love and respect for him. And with Valo too. Valo, he was doing his thing, but for me, I wanted to feel more involved with the company that was choosing to support me, and in a sense that I wanted. I loved it when John would hit me up and be like, "Yo, a couple clips from Maneuver Monday." Just little things like that make you feel more involved with whoever's choosing to support you.
Yeah.
It's more than just getting skates or products.
It's
like,
feeling a part of.
feeling like you're a part of something,
Helping the
part of-
growth.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
part of projects and part of all these different things.
Totally.
And I just at the time, and this I'm just speaking for myself personally, I just felt like I wasn't really involved in stuff like that with Valo, and also just knowing kind of even like little things like in my flow, in my pro, what can I do to get here, to do that, and with Rollerblade I just felt like there was more opportunity for myself to grow as just like
Did
a
he hit
human
you up
being.
like he wanted you to be like pro, or he just like
So when
see what happens?
Yeah, so when I remember, I think I was, we had a series of conversations, and I talked to Sean, and I told Sean, I was like, dude, I'm down, and I just need to I'm going to part ways with Valo. And I told Tom I was, down as well, but before I committed, because with Rollerblade you sign a contract and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Valo's like very much like,
It's just like, what up?
your homies, your
Handshake
fam,
and a
your
shot of
family.
whiskey.
Yeah, dude, and that's I love that too. But out of respect for John and all that he had done for me, and providing the tools I needed to go out and skate every day, I felt like I needed to tell him before I fully committed over to Rollerblade.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
And it was really
Yeah,
funny,
for sure.
actually, man. Like I was up north doing some farm work. I was up on the mountain,
Okay.
and there was no service up
Willits around there.
there. Yeah, actually, no, really, man. I was just north of Willits, Laytonville.
Doing some hard work.
At a buddy's place, and I was up on the farm doing some work, and there's no service up there.
Yeah, no.
Dude, every day for like maybe 10 days, I go down the mountain to this little cutty spot, and I get on the phone, and I try to call John, because from working on the farm, I was going to make my way south to go see some family in San Francisco, and then go to Blade Cup. But I wanted to be skating Rollerblade when I got to Blade Cup. So I was trying to connect with John. John was in Germany, and I kept hitting him up, and he's like, "What's going on?" He would respond, on like text.
But you weren't about
Messenger.
to leave a message. You weren't.
Yeah, he was like, "What's going on? Everything?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything's cool. I just want to talk to you." And I didn't want to really say it. I would have loved to tell him in person,
Right.
just out of respect for the man and who he is and what he's done for the industry and what he did for me. But I didn't want to tell him over text. I would go down that damn mountain like every day for like 10 days, about over a week.
Wow.
And finally,
John's a
caught
hard
him.
guy to get in touch with.
Yeah,
I
dude.
feel like not so much anymore. There was a time though. I remember me too.
It was tough, yeah. And I got him finally.
Busy man.
And busy, dude.
Yeah.
And I just kind of told him where I stood and like what was going on and why I was making the decision I was making. And it's hard, like telling your childhood idol that you don't want to be part of his skate team anymore. But it was just like felt like something I needed to do for myself in order to grow. And I know John would have loved to offer more.
Yeah.
But at the time, it just, we all know how the industry is,
Right.
And on a financial aspect, is spectrum. It's like
there's only so much you could do.
there's
on
only so
every
much
level.
you do, and you want to
Yeah.
take care of the people that are on top of your company and representing it at the highest level.
Right.
And and I understood where he was coming from in a sense of not being able to fully do more.
But
And-
to play devil's advocate, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, yeah.
But to play devil's advocate, I think that the more companies having guys that are top level only adds value to what it is that we do. Like, for example, if it was just one company with all the best dudes, then it's like, that's cool, but it doesn't really give other options to people who may be like, not able to connect with that company or not be able to access that. But all these things like, ooh, I like rollerblades. Oh, there's Cam. There's Sean Keen. So it's like having like all the top guys kind of spread out on different things. I really think adds value to the options in the culture. And so I think it's important too. As much as we all respect John, I don't think anyone that's been involved in skating for as long as we have like doesn't respect him. But like that,
of course,
that like addition to the culture is a good thing ultimately. I think.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. But yeah, man, it was tough. I think actually, you know what?
I bet it's tough still.
I think and John maybe quote me on this, but I swear he said,
Are you sure?
you know, take. He said,
Are you sure?
He's like, I appreciate it, and I know that took some balls to like call him up. And dude, I was nervous, man. I was like, I'm sweating because I'm walking down this damn mountain every day.
Yeah, now it's hot.
But dude, like I was sweating it.
Totally.
And it felt so good to tell him.
Of course.
And
And you did it properly too. It's not like.
Yeah, I actually sent him a package. I said, hey, for all the packages that you send me, here's one for you. And I sent him kind of like a Montana care package of like just a bunch of random like Montana stuff. I think I threw an antler in there.
That's sick.
Because you're walking in the hills with your dogs in the fall. The deer and the elk, they shed their antlers.
Little salmon flapping around. Salmon. You put it in like a freaking piece of paper.
Yeah.
Cut that up when you're ready. Stick it on ice.
Yeah.
That would be the first ever resignation package sent back to the company that you resigned from. Like that's crazy to hear that.
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's just my mom. My mom mostly raised me, and she always is like, you gotta respect people that help you. You know, it's kind of like
be stand up of a person.
Yeah, be stand up, be real, be real. Like don't just you gotta face everything.
Reality.
Even when it's
you
gotta respect that.
You gotta face the music.
You gotta respect
even if you don't
that.
like what you're hearing.
And that's the sick thing about like John. Like even though I'm sure it was hard for you to say so, like you're a stand up guy, and he's a stand up guy, so he would never want to make you feel bad for doing that, even if you knew it was hard, even if it was sad to lose you. Like like a real person, no matter who you are, like respects honesty and being forthright. So
and I think he's like, oh, Tom got another one because Keen.
Because Keen too.
Because Keen, but
That's
Keen
right.
was on Rollerblade for a long time. But ultimately that's kind of how it all started. And then I got down to Blade Cup and I met up with those guys and. Man, I just hit it off with Tom and Tom's been rad. He's obviously focus has shifted to kind of more big wheel stuff in recent years because they're a company and they got to do what sells
survival,
and they have all these different avenues of skating that they cater to. So
but that door seems like it's also open to you guys, as we were talking to Sean.
Oh, totally, man. Yeah.